President Obama. Joining me now, Jim Arkedis is the director of the National Security Project at Progressive Policy Institute. Sally McNamara is with the Heritage Foundation and a senior policy analyst in European affairs. And we want to sort of get to some of the other developments in all of this with them. So welcome to both of you. Good to have you here. You know, I want to start by taking a look, thank you, if I may, at the quote from Vladimir Putin, because I think it's very revealing in terms of Russia's reaction to the decision to take these, to not go forward with these missile sites. He says, President Obama's latest decision to cancel plans to build the third position side of the American anti-ballistic missile defense in Europe is welcomed by us. I very much hope that this right and brave decision will be followed up by the full cancellation of all restrictions on cooperation with Russia and high technology transfer to Russia, as well as a boost to expand the WTO to embrace Russia, Belarus, and Kazakhstan, areas that have their own complications with them as well. So, Jim, Putin's happy about this. Why should we be?
Well, it's not a question of whether Vladimir Putin is happy with it. This is a decision taken by the Obama administration that strengthens American national security. I understand that there's a lot of hesitancy on Americans right now with what's going on with the healthcare debate and government spending and things of that nature. But this is one area where the Obama administration has upgraded American national security by choosing to deploy a missile defense system that is better equipped, that can be deployed faster, and that actually combats the threats that we face from Iran.
Yeah, Sally, you know, I don't think anybody would dispute that we want the absolute best defense system that we can have out there. Do you agree that that's what we're getting?
Absolutely. Absolutely, we want the best defences for the United States, and it's absolutely essential that we can defend against short and mid-range missiles. However, the idea that this adds to US national security is absolute insanity. We are leaving the eastern seaboard and parts of the northeast absolutely vulnerable to long-range attack. In the United States, we can protect a lot of America, but we can't protect it all. So the eastern coast is vulnerable, American troops in Europe are vulnerable, and also our European allies. There is no way we can spin this and say that this is a boon for national security. It's more of a threat.
Yeah, Jim, you know, it's hard to not see it as some kind of, you know, sort of tit for tat with Russia, because Russia was very unhappy about these installations. They don't like anything that makes us look cozy with any of their Eastern Bloc countries. There are even, you know, suggestions that they saw it as a defense system against them. In terms of any advances that they might want to make to put some of their old empire back together.
Let me say this. The only fantasy that we're really talking about is that long-range missile defense actually worked. It didn't. What the Obama administration has chosen to deploy is a short to medium-range system that has a much better kill ratio than any sort of drawing board idea of what we could come up with missile defense. What we've started out with a short to medium-range missile system that actually can respond to the threat that Iran poses to the United States. It's going to be decades before we actually have a missile system that is capable of intercepting long-range intercontinental ballistic missiles.
And Sally, Robert Gates, the defense secretary, agrees with Jim. Yesterday he said, you know what, I was in favor of this plan, but now that I understand the new technology that we have, I'm against that plan, and I think this one's better.
Well, Secretary Gates' turnaround here is absolutely remarkable, but that's the value of serving in one administration and then moving to another. The only thing that we can have to protect ourselves against long-range missiles are ground-based interceptors. We don't have anything else. And the idea that Iran isn't trying to acquire long-range missiles, hopefully that they could put a nuclear bomb on that they want to do.
But Sally, if I may interrupt for a second, Jim is saying that this defense system, it doesn't work well. Do you disagree with that?
It does work. It's a proven technology that works. We are far beyond trying to hit a bullet with a bullet. We can hit the spot on a bullet with a bullet. Just ask Trey Obering. He was head of the Missile Defense Agency.
Jim? You're shaking your head.
No, that's absolutely incorrect. The tests have proven that well under 50% of long-range missile defense systems have proven accurate. This is an idea that only exists on a drawing board. And the idea to suggest that somehow Robert Gates is compromised because he switched his position is absolutely ludicrous. He's gone from understanding the threat better. He didn't understand the threat as well as he could have because we've had new intelligence estimates that have come out since his initial endorsement of the plan. And it's really strange that conservatives...
political decision. This decision,
but it's really strange that conservatives are willing to challenge the Obama administration It's very confusing to me how conservatives are willing to challenge the Obama administration on issues like deploying forces to Iran or deploying forces to Afghanistan, where they say that, oh, well, we should listen to our commanders on the ground. Yet we have Secretary Gates and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff unambiguously endorsing this Aegis sea-based missile defense system.
It's an important argument because what everybody wants is for the United States to do everything possible to be safe from countries like Iran and things that they might be building, and we all hope that there would never be any political implications in these decisions and the way they were made. So I think that is the message that is sent. Jim, thank you for your insights today. Good to have you here. Sally, great to have you with us as well. Sally McNamara.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Well.